Hello, iChurchers. It's Dan Morell here, a media for ministry consultant working with the iChurch team, and I'm here to give you some tutorials on how to navigate around and edit your iChurch site. Today is a follow-up from the last two tutorials, which was Pages Part 1 and Pages Part 2, because today we're going to be helping to put your mind at ease, really, and help put your mind at rest to make you feel more confident in having a go at lots of different bits and bobs that iChurch has to offer. And the way we're going to do that is by telling you of the ways and the easy ways that you can rectify mistakes that you make or just make changes, undo changes that you've made to your website, because they're all very easy to do, and there's lots of safeguards that both iChurch, WordPress that your site is built on, and even your own web browser put in place to make sure that you don't make too many or any even mistakes. So we're currently on a test page at the moment, just this tutorial page, and you'll see I've got a bit of text underneath which says hello everyone. So the first thing we're going to look at is how to undo and redo changes. So if I just got rid of this word everyone, for example, and I actually want to get that bit back, of course it's a bit of a crude example because I'm only getting rid of one word, and of course I could just type it back out. But if I got rid of the word, or if maybe I had a whole paragraph and I got rid of it by accident, then I can do one of several things really. I can click this undo button here. So this is kind of a backwards arrow because it's saying I want to go back to what something was before. If I click that, then everyone reappears. If I want to say actually I want to undo that again, so I want to go back to when everyone didn't exist, which is actually going forward again, then we click the redo and that goes back to there. You'll see there's a couple of keyboard shortcuts just next to it as well. So we've got Control Z here. If you're a Mac user, it'll say Command Z. But for a a Windows user, we're holding the Control button down and pressing Z. If we want to redo, you'll see it's Control Shift Z. So hold Control, hold Shift, and then Z, and then we've redone that change. So that's just a way we can quickly undo and redo the changes, any changes that we've made. So if something moved about in a way we didn't want, we can just simply press Control Z or press undo, and we can make those changes nice and easily. So let's update the page just because we're happy with what it is at the moment. If we got rid of all this text and we for some reason either weren't able to undo it or we forgot to update our page, so I've made some changes here because I've got rid of the words hello everyone, but I've forgotten to click update. If I pressed back, so say I thought I'd finished, you'll see I've got a warning up here that says this page is asking you to confirm that you want to leave. Data you have entered may not be saved. Now, depending on which browser you use, will phrase it in a slightly different way. I'm using Mozilla Firefox. You might be using Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, or Microsoft Edge, just to name a few. Or if you're a Mac user, you might be using Safari. But the principle is the same. Do you definitely want to leave the page, or do you actually want to stay on the page? So leave the page is, no, I deliberately didn't want to save those things, so I'm going to leave the page and go back because that was the button I pressed up here. Or actually, thank you Firefox for stopping me from leaving the page. I'm going to stay on the page, make those changes by clicking update, and then I can click back and away I go. So that's a nice safeguard that is kind of a mix of WordPress plus your browser that is making that safeguard for you so that you're not having to run into any difficulties. The other way that we might want to make changes is by reviewing the revisions, it's called. So obviously a revision is something that's been revised and changed, and WordPress actually saves those for us. So that's brilliant that WordPress has actually kept a record of what we've done in the past, and we can go back to any of those changes. So to do this, we go into the settings here and we go to document. And you'll see here that we've got 3 revisions. This page is obviously quite new, so we've only got 3. If you've had a page or your iChurch site for a while, you'll probably have quite a few revisions. But the anticipation is that you would only really need to use this to go back to the last revision of your page, or maybe the one before. So it shouldn't be too complicated. But this is basically, let's say you made lots and lots of changes to your page. And you clicked update, and actually you really do just want to get rid of all of those changes. Then we can click revisions. Again, you'll see, are you sure you want to do that? Yes, I do. I'm going to leave the page. So we're presented, I mean, this is looking quite complicated at the moment because this is all sorts of code that you don't have to worry yourselves about. But the main thing we want to do is have a look at the revisions, and you'll see these are times they were auto saved. This is the current revision, so you'll see we've got the hello everyone in red because that's what was the past, and now we've got nothing in between there, so that's the present. If we wanted to restore a revision before that, so you'll see here is where we added hello everyone, because, well, I actually just added a full stop in this case. But if I wanted to go to the first one, so this is where we had absolutely nothing, and we just had hello everyone, and you'll see it tells me when I made those changes as well. So that was 6 minutes ago, towards the beginning of, just before I started the tutorial at 25 to 10, because I do my tutorials in the evening. So if I wanted to restore this, I could simply click restore. And you'll see here, I'm back at the start. I've got tutorial as my title page, and I've got the words hello everyone. Now the key thing here is to make sure that if I'm happy with this revision now, then I click update. And you'll see I've now got 4 revisions because I've updated my page again, so I've got another version of my page. So that's just a few ways of rectifying any mistakes that you may have made, or just wanting to make some significant changes or undo some significant changes to your website. As I said towards the beginning, all these tutorials, sorry, are very much just to get you familiar and get you comfortable with using iChurch. It can be a very daunting task to begin with, and sometimes can feel quite difficult. So we hope that these tutorials will put your mind at ease and make you feel more at home using iChurch, particularly in the knowledge after this tutorial that you can easily undo any mistakes that you might make. But if you do want any further support, any further help or training, then please do get in touch with iChurch. It's iChurch@urc.org.uk, or you can visit our website www.interactivechurch.org.uk. That's the end of this tutorial. Please tune in to hear more in the future. Bye bye.